You over there. Hi. I just ate a bunch of shrimp. Also, I am born to be warrior. Cockfight. Anyways, today Apple announced something freaking crazy. Apparently, they're entering the VR, in just the VR space with the Vision Pro. They're invading a new space in VR, which is very un-Apple, but also very Apple. Like they're taking tech from other companies and then being like, "This is our own shit now," but they're actually innovating on VR. Basically, a new form of technology. They're changing lifestyles here. I remember I watched a bit of the actual WWDC, and it says here Mac was an innovation on personal computing, and then the iPhone was an innovation on mobile computing, and now the Vision Pro is trying to become an innovation of spatial computing. Whoa. It's really interesting. The premise of it is that there are a bunch of cameras and sensors at the front of the phone of a full recreation of the real world blasted straight into your eyes with the addition of Apple apps, Apple products, and a bunch of other cool stuff like spatial audio, gestures, multitasking. This is a new way to interact with technology. And it's super interesting. I think the technology is really cool. I think the technology has a lot of potential. But it's $3,500. Look. I feel like this is also something that Apple is known for in the past. This isn't something that's new. When the iPhone first came out, people were all like, "What the freak, dog? What the flip? What the flip?" The iPhone in 2007 costed around $600. Converted to today's money, that would be around 850-ish dollars, which isn't that big of a jump. Keep in mind that today, that 800 for a smartphone isn't too bad. The prices of phones keep on going up because there's more technology, more cameras, less home buttons, less ports. But comparing it to the LG Voyager that came out in 2007 with the starting point of $299, that's a pretty big difference. That's basically double what the iPhone was at the time. So now let's look at the iPhone comparing it to the Vision Pro. The iPhone can run you up to, I'm pretty sure it's around $1,200 at the highest model, at the highest storage. This goofy all looking headset is $3,500. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of damage. It's way too expensive. Again, the iPhone innovated on phones and mobile. The Vision Pro is planning on innovating VR, AR, phones. Like it's planning on innovating a lot of things. Hey y'all, post production Teddy here. Um, I don't think I explained this next part that well, so I wanted to come back and reiterate what I wanted to say. Um, I think that the technology in this device is really cool, really innovative, but obviously the 3,500 price tag is a lot to ask for, especially to people who didn't ask for this, right? Nobody really wanted to have an immersive Apple experience. I don't kind of don't want I kind of didn't want my my Safari tab to be 2 inches away from my face, but you know, here you are trying to tell me that I should. I don't. And I just overall the technology is really amazing, and I think it could get to a point where this could become something more. I'm not sure if I want to say like make this a mainstay in technology, right? Like I don't want to say like this is the future of the world. Everyone's gonna be walking around with these huge ass, bulky ass ski masks on their face. Because that would look weird and I don't want that. But I think that what Apple is proposing here is worth looking into. Maybe we get to a point where this is what we look like on the streets. And you know what? I don't want it. It probably will happen at some point. I don't know where the human race is gonna go in the next million years, but if this is where Apple thinks the world's gonna go, then let's let's see. I guess I'm really excited by the technology that this thing is promising to bring. It isn't trying to become the new metaverse. It's not trying to replace the outside world. It's just rather it's trying to enhance it in a way that it's trying to enhance your perception of the world. But let's talk more about like what it can do in general. It's proposing a micro OLED display which can fit 64 pixels in 1 pixel, equivalent to a single pixel on the iPhone, which is nuts. You're you're multiplying a pixel of the iPhone times 64 and then putting them for just one eye. Huh? Micro OLED. Every pixel's a screen. That's what they're trying to propose on that. Every pixel's a screen on the Vision Pro. That's wild. And apparently it promises to analyze. It's trying to analyze. It's promising to analyze the furniture, the people, the plate, the things around you. And hey, I'm back again. I explained this poorly. um, basically the Vision Pro says that it's going to analyze the space around you, and when watching a movie or video, it's going to make the source of the audio relative to where you are in the room, to where the furniture is in the room. So it gives you a spatial audio experience that is extremely immersive. So let's say that a gunshot happens behind you, and like you're facing right here, and a gunshot happens behind you. You'll hear the gunshot behind you, and if you see if there's a train moving from right to left, you'll hear the train moving right to left on your right side. It tries to analyze the space around you and makes the origin of audio accurate to where you are in proportion of the things around you, which is a crazy amount of computing you'd have to do. I didn't mention this when I was recording this, but they have two chips. There are two chips: the M2 chip and the R1 chip. The R1 chip's for uh, computing, and it apparently can do it basically instantly. So the information the R1 chip analyzes in front of it, it's basically shown back into your eyes through the screens, essentially instantly. That's cool. That's so cool. That's uh, uh another thing of like this technology is sick. It's so cool, man. It has like 6 cameras, 20 sensors, 20 million thingamabobs, 2 bajillion thingamadiggets. This thing is bonkers. Apple is really trying to innovate here, and I'm very excited. It's gonna be a wild ride for sure. It's exciting, honestly. It's exciting, and I'm excited to see the competition that comes in. This is a whole new scale. This is a whole new industry, right? We're not doing Facebook meta shit, right? I'm excited to see where this goes. But again, I'm not gonna buy this thing at all. This is not entry level. I am not going to buy this. You're not gonna buy this. This is for the rich tech guys and the rich tech guys only. $3,500. See, when I first saw that, I was scared that Apple was making some really shitty Apple Arcade thing. Um, that was like for VR gaming. And it's gonna be like a shitty Subway Surfers, some weird knockoff Nickelodeon game, and with the price tag of a trip to Japan. There's so much more you could do with the money that you would use to buy an Apple Pro Vision Pro. You can go to Japan, go to Germany, go to Japan again. It's wild. I'm just excited to see Apple like lower the price of this thing. Hopefully they just make an Apple Vision and just make a little Google Glass thing. Actually, honestly, that's kind of smart. Yeah. I think that's about all I have to say so far. Um, we'll see more as it develops. I will see you later.